Is this the worst villain in the MCU? Let me give you a test. What's her name? It's none of them. Who could forget the legendary Dar-Benn from the Marvels? Marvel's superhero legend, if you ask me. Why is the character bad? Is she the worst? Let's find out.
Not only have I brought you peace, but I have found a way to return Hala to glory.
Dar-Benn lives on the planet of Hala, where the supreme intelligence rules all things. Literally, the planet functions on ChatGPT. You're thinking, what the heck is the supreme intelligence doing here? That's a random thing, just bringing in some random goon of a side quest villain? No, the supreme intelligence is the villain from the first movie. I totally forgot that personally. Did you? I bet you did. This is like a sequel. Damn, okay. Even though the AI gets destroyed, rest in peace, in a flashback, the Kree planet Hala is currently dying because they got no air, they got no water, and they got no sun. Dar-Benn then watches the movie Spaceballs and says, dying planet? We can go steal other resources? I'll trade you, hear me out, all your water for a good butt whooping. How about that? I have a few problems. One, now that I know this is a sequel, I like the motive even less. Does the movie make them feel connected? No. We should understand Bendar's planetary plight better, but we don't. It's pretty disappointing when you think about it. Like, just why not bring back Jude Law, a villain who, while not great, still connects us better to the first film. The movie could have made us feel sympathy for the planet, but you know, why would we when they're just running around killing other planets? It's not like there are other solutions. It's not like we've evacuated the majority of planet's population before in the Marvel universe. It's not like they do that in this movie with a different planet. I like when villains are sympathetic, but I also like when they're not and just straight evil. Dar-Benn doesn't really commit to either though. Not really sure where they wanted to go with this.
I would hate for your people to suffocate when I strip the atmosphere.
Can I be honest with you guys? I can't really think of anything when it comes to this Benda's personality. I don't even remember what her actual voice sounds like. You try it. You can't. I think a leading factor in that is that Marvel is now like 30 villains deep, and Dar-Benn is as generic as they come. But what makes it worse is that not only is D'Artagnan bad, but she makes Captain Marvel worse. Captain Marvel is someone who went toe-to-toe with Thanos. She was established to be one of the most powerful characters in the whole Marvel universe. But now she's finally met her match against this lady, someone with the powers of Miss Marvel and a hammer. Jokes aside though, Dar-Benn doesn't have anything either personality or combat wise to make her unique. Her two main weapons have already been established, and as flawed as he might be, the other purple hammer wielder, Ronan, he was a lot more menacing. At least he had that. Character-wise, there's nothing to latch onto. I just watched the scenes again right before this. Nothing stands out. Sorry to disappoint you if you wanted more analysis, but she's just that boring.
Once again, the Skrull have betrayed the Kree!
Let's talk about some of her best scenes though, starting with her and the Kree. An exchange that actually hurts her character. Again, going back to them not picking a side for how they wanted to portray her. I think she should have been a more sympathetic and understandable character. You know, lean into her role as a desperate leader trying to save her people, not this half-baked, you know, conqueror. It could have been an interesting reflection on the recklessness in which Carol throws her powers around without thinking of the consequences, and while one could say they tried that, everything gets thrown out of the window when she starts pulling just jerk moves like this. Starting peace talks with the Skrulls only to say, hey guys, good news. I'm taking your atmosphere. Sucks to suck. She has a few fights here and there, but none of them are really worth mentioning, which is weird because the movie actually has some decent action elsewhere, but I guess not when it comes to hammers for some reason. The ending is silly because the Marvels figure out, hey, we can actually save your planet pretty easily actually. And Dar-Benn says, that's cool, but let me try to jeopardize that by attacking you after you said you could give me literally the one thing I've been trying to achieve this whole film. It's not a big deal. Let me just attack you real quick. Yeah, you could say she didn't trust her. Maybe she has a certain hatred for Captain Marvel, but then that ruins her motive of actually wanting to help her people. What the hell's going on? Not a great plan.
No, we do it now. Before the Annihilator appears.
Dar-Benn is one of the most forgettable Marvel villains to date, and if you never think of her again after this video, I wouldn't blame you. I might not do it. I might consider it, you know? Her motive is messy and doesn't connect to the first film as well as it should. Her personality is bland, and there's really no good scenes to make an impact either. I'm gonna give Dar-Benn, look at this, I bet you're never gonna guess, the whopping score of a 3.
There she is. The Annihilator herself.
Thanks for watching. New villain reviews coming out soon. I know I was a little slack lately, but I got some good ones. I'm doing Zuko next. Wow, look at that. Prince Zuko. Wow.